it's me. I just decided I would jump on here and do a video because it's been a super long time. Give you a little update of what's been going on. So far I've been seeing, sorry, I just ate Tums because heartburn killing me. Anyways, I've been going to the same doctor like the whole pregnancy thus far. And, but I've hated my doctor. He doesn't do anything. He hasn't measured the fundal height, not once. He's done my blood work once around like 20 weeks. He hasn't done any glucose screening or anything. And I'm like around 28, 29 weeks now. And I don't know like the exact timelines of when you need to do stuff and everything, but I was pretty sure that I had done my glucose by now, and other things. So I'm going to back up just a little bit. So back to my 20-week ultrasound. When I went in there, the baby was measuring at 18 weeks instead of 20 weeks. So they moved my due date back to August 11th, which doesn't work out because when I found out I was pregnant, for that to be my due date, I wouldn't have even been pregnant yet. So it makes no sense. So I really don't think that she's that far behind. I think she's just small, maybe measuring a little bit small, but as far as the pregnancy goes, I just can't imagine that I would be that far off. Like I know when I ovulated, I know when I got a positive pregnancy test, therefore my date should be around August 2nd. So that's quite a ways off. So I went into my doctor and he was like, so do you have any bleeding or cramping? And I was like, no. And he's like, okay, well, let's just listen to the heartbeat. He listened to the heartbeat and then he's like, okay, we'll see you next time. And that was our whole appointment. No, like, can I help you with anything? No, like, do you have any questions? Nothing. So I hated him. Like, every time we'd go, I would think, okay, it's going to get better next time. I'm just going to hang in there, you know, whatever. And I hated to change this late in my pregnancy to a new pediatrician, new OBGYN. So I was just like, okay, we'll just stick it out. And then I went in, like, I guess 4 weeks later. So I was like around 24 weeks, but what I thought was 26 weeks. And he's like, well, we're going to just keep the date at August 11th. Let's get you in for a growth ultrasound right before your next visit. So I'd be almost 28 weeks. And we'll check on her growth. And so I'm like, okay. But the whole appointment consisted of the same thing, you know, bleeding, cramping, no. Okay, heartbeat, great. All right, meet me in my office. We'll talk. So we'll go into his office and he's like, okay, well, do you have any questions? And it was just like, I don't know, like, to guide the conversation was really hard for me. Like, I don't really have questions. Sorry, I've got heartburn so bad. Questions or concerns or anything like that necessarily. But sometimes you need like the doctor just to kind of like, I don't know, have a conversation. He was very like just straight to the point, and then it was like whatever. So I did not like him again. So I came home, put on Facebook. I'm like, hey, does anybody have a good gynecologist that they like to go to, or OB that they like? And so I was like, a couple of my friends had suggested the same one, and so I was like, okay, I'm gonna try out a new one. So I went to a new one, and he's like, yeah, that's really weird you haven't done your glucose yet, because I should have been around at that time 28 weeks, or sorry, no, 26 weeks when I went in. And so what I thought I was like 28 weeks, but yeah, anyways, that's why the dates are all messed up. So he goes, well, we're just going to put you down at 26 weeks because that's the date we have, going off the last doctor. So I'm supposed to go in for a growth ultrasound in the next couple of days. And we're going to be able to see, sorry, what? Yes, sweetheart. Sorry, that was Savia. What was I saying now? Oh, so I'm going in for the growth ultrasound. Hopefully like tomorrow or the next day. And then we can get a better estimate of how big she is. She should be, from my calculations, 29 weeks. From their calculations, it would be 27 weeks or just over 27 weeks when I go in. So I'm hoping she's a little bit bigger, but I mean, Savea was only 6 pounds, 14 ounces, my youngest daughter. So she wasn't that big, and that was full term. All of my kids, I haven't had any over 7 pounds, so they're generally on the smaller side of things. And with all of my kids, I've always measured a week behind, like my belly size and everything. So I just kind of keep thinking that their calculations are just off. I'm not really sure. So we'll go in for that ultrasound soon, and then I can get that all checked out. But I do like this new doctor a lot better. It's just my last doctor was like 5 minutes away, and this one's like a 20-minute drive, so it kind of stinks. But it's, I mean, I'm just kind of spoiled with things like right close, but yeah, 20-minute drive. I just don't like driving. So, and it's in kind of like a downtown area that's busy, and I don't like driving in the city very much. So, anyways, so yeah, I mean that's really about all. But I'll do a quick update on the baby. So she's giving me awful heartburn, as I was saying. I always get heartburn with all of my kids, and this has been no exception. She has been causing all sorts of heartburn. Some days aren't as bad. I wish I could figure out what triggers it, because some days aren't as bad and some days are excruciating all day long. And I have found that Pepcid works better than the Tums, but it's still just, it's all day long, all day. And it's so frustrating. And I'm so sick of that. So I'm excited for that to leave. We have found out that her placenta's in the front. Therefore, I haven't felt her as much as I have with my other kids. Savea's was also in the front, but I think it was lower in the front. Hers is like dead in the front, and so I can feel her move on the sides, I can feel her move on the top, I can feel her move in the front, but it's only on the inside, so the kids can't see her or feel her on the front, but all three of my kids have been able to feel her on the side. The other day she was moving like really big, and I'm like, Savea, come and feel, your sister's kicking me. And so she came over and put her hand on my belly, and she tries and tries and tries and never can feel her. And in this one particular time, like right under her hand, she just big kick, and Savea's like, oh, I felt it that one, and she was so excited. And both my boys have felt her, and so it's kind of becoming a little bit more real for them, and they're really starting to enjoy seeing the belly, and they're always like hugging it and kissing her goodnight, and it's really sweet. So it's been fun to see the change in my kids and starting to like understand that the baby's coming soon and things like that. So that's really fun. She's very active though, even though I can't feel her a ton. I mean, they feel like muscle spasms more than like baby movement, which is kind of weird. It's very different. Like I said, I can feel her kicks on the sides, but generally just her movement feels like muscle spasms. But she moves a lot, especially at night. It'll wake me up in the night, which I've never had before. So hopefully she's a good sleeper, because that doesn't seem like she's gonna be a good sleeper. But yeah, I don't know, we'll see. But she does move a lot. We're excited to get her here. I'm so excited to not be pregnant anymore. I've enjoyed my pregnancies with every one of my kids, and I've enjoyed this one, but I'm like so done. I didn't think we were gonna have any more kids. I had already kind of changed my mind into thinking we were done. But you know, things change, and we planned her. I'm excited to have her. It's just still a transition in my brain to think we're starting over again. So, but we are way excited to have her. Yeah, and I'm getting her nursery all done. I'll have to show you her nursery. I had to paint it because I just finished that room for Davis. But then Davis decided he wanted to sleep with Taylor, my oldest son. They wanted to sleep in the same room, even though they have an option of their own room. But then we just changed Davis's room into the nursery so that all the kids are on the same floor. So, anyways, let me show you my belly. I'm wearing Taylor's jacket. Can you believe that my 10-year-old's jacket fits me? Like, he's so big. It was crazy. Let's see if I can get it. It's a little bit small, but not really. Like, look at this. He's 10 years old and it fits me. Crazy. Anyways, here's my, I guess about 29, somewhere between 27 and 29 week belly. So, I've stayed relatively small with her, I feel like. And like, it took longer for me to feel her move and all that stuff. And so I thought, well, maybe she is smaller, you know, maybe I'm not as far along as I thought, but like I said, the math just doesn't add up. But yeah, I'm not overly huge. I mean, obviously I'm growing and she's getting big and everything looks good, but yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll see. So I go back into the doctor Thursday, and hopefully I'll give you guys an update sooner rather than later. And I hope all is well with all of you guys, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.